I forgot to turn my mic on, so this is kind of awkward, but hello everybody, how you guys doing? Welcome back to even more Touchstarved. My name is Kov, I like to play games. Without any further ado, let's get right to this gameplay. So where we left off was that we just met Vare. Vare is a fox cat man cat fox? I want to go into some options really quick. I'm going to lower the sound down a little bit more, because I realized that in the past couple of videos I couldn't really be heard that well, honestly. So I think that's going to be way better for us. It's easy enough to follow the sluggish river that splits Iridia in two. A colossal bridge arches over the dark water below. I cross as quickly as I can, climbing ever upward, uphill toward. Wow, cannot read today. I cross as quickly as I can, climbing ever uphill toward the distant tower. Hours later, legs aching, sweat beading on my forehead, I finally find what I was searching for. The cenobium of the luminous void. It stands at the highest point of Iridia, surrounded by cold white walls. Well-dressed people stroll down the walkways, paying no attention to the massive tower in their midst. I'm the only one standing before the gates. I crane my neck up and up until the top of the cenobium tower disappears into the clouds overhead. I frown up at the gates, wondering what horrible traps they might contain. Despite their delicate beauty, there must be more to them than meets the eye. Knocking seems like a terrible idea, but I don't see any other way of making my presence known. I'm halfway up the steps when something moves my peripheral vision. A shadowy figure crouches beneath one of the white walls. They reach out and tug on a vine as if it's testing its strength. Oh, oi, you there. The shadow vanishes as quickly as I spotted it, and a gauntlet-faced man in a crisp charcoal uniform marches up the step towards me. Ugh, another tourist. Get out of here before once you've done gawking. A dismissive wave accompanies his equally dismissive words as he turns on his heel without even waiting for me to answer from me. I don't look back at where I saw the intruder, but there's nothing. Just the leaves blowing gently in the cool breeze. I step away from the gates, hopelessness washing over me. Hello? A whisper so close I can feel the warm brush of breath on my skin. I instinctively jerk away, and there's no one beside me. Halfway down the staircase, I spot a woman swaying in the breeze. She's gone as a rail, her blouse moth-eaten. I'm unable to take my eyes off of her, not because of the way she smiles a little too widely or the way she tousles braids look unbrushed for days, but because her eyes shine a vibrant, unnatural crimson. I'm both entranced and unsettled by their subtle glow. These days, you'd a miracle to get in there. I'm unsure how to respond, or if I even should. Say nothing. After the experience I've just had, I'm not too keen on indulging strangers with small talk. Despite my silence, she maintains her unflinching stare and smile. Lucky for you, I have miracles for free. Whatever she's selling, I'm not interested. My words come out in a tired breath. No thanks. I stare down the stairs, but she abruptly steps into my path. She turns her back to me, and before I can react, she slips her finger under the lace of my collar, stripping out of her blouse in broad daylight. Whoa, what? What are you do? As worn fabric unveiled bare skin, my panic is smothered by cold horror. A misshapen, sunken scar carved into the woman's body. Pitted, gnarled skin snaked down her shoulders, blooming from a gaping hole in the back of her neck. A shuddering breath escapes me. The fuck? Whatever disease this woman had ate away at her from the inside out. How is she able to move or breathe? It's impossible. She shouldn't be alive, and yet the power to cure anything can be yours too. The power of the Seaspring. The woman slid back into her blouse and deftly laced it up. If I've caught your interest, then follow me. It's only a short walk away. Without another glance, she leisurely strolls down the Snovium stairs, loose braid bobbling behind her. The edge of her scar peeks out from underneath her collar. I stand there wordless until I manage to regain my bearings. It's a twisted miracle, but a miracle nonetheless. This could be the stupidest decision in my life, but what choice do I have? I take a final look at the Snovium shut gate, then I follow her down the stairs. We descend from the higher streets, leaving behind their gilded decadence. As we cross the river. The wet, derelict streets feel more familiar to me. But the crimson-eyed woman takes me farther and farther still until we meet with an all-too-familiar sight. Oh no. My gut lurches when I face the open horizon. The city's outskirts are hardly recognizable in daylight and probably safer for it, but venturing beyond Iridia's walls is a gamble I wasn't prepared to take so soon. Keep going straight, and the Seaspring will reveal itself to you. I bark out in a bitter laugh, loud and involuntary. I'd rather not. Are you kidding me? It's not safe out here. You're as safe inside the city as outside of it. Truthfully, the territory before you is the safest of all. What do you mean, territory? This region belongs to Ayas. Most people know him as a gang leader, but he's much more than that. What? I squint against the empty wastelands. Only a fool or someone with nothing to lose would leave the city. Well, apparently I'm both. But if this Seaspring cured her, I need to see what it can do for me. I set off into the wasteland. Over my shoulder, the woman calls for me. Good luck, Kovu. I hope we meet again. I never told her my name. My heart pounds with every step I take from civilization. For what seems like an eternity, I force each foot forward, one step, then another, until the realization hits me. I never told the woman my name. Something pierces the horizon ahead of me. A building nestled into a tall cliffside, but so starkly out of place it might be as well as a hallucination. It drips with extravagance and honeyed mahogany and ornate jewelry of architect. A row of dark silhouettes stand on the horizon. Trees, I think, until I'm close enough to realize what I mistook for branches were spikes and jutting tendrils. Soulless. Several of them watching me in the distance like statues. I don't think I can just run. Exploding into a messy sprint, I push my legs as fast as they can take me towards a decorated building. Flashes of light, flashes of last night chase me. The gushes of blood and screaming of death. The smell of burning flesh and soul and bile. And sour bile. I can't go through that again. I won't. The next thing I know, I'm dashing up wooden stairs and crashing through towering double doors until I gasp for air, my lungs burning from exertion. I'm desperate to be safe, but when I process my surroundings, it's more hellscape than sanctuary. Blood flows all around me, overwhelming my vision with a lurid, unholy red. Instinctively, my hands leap to my mouth, but the rotting stench of blood never comes. Instead, a smoky scent hangs in the air, sharp and spiced. I swallow thickly, convincing myself that it's just as gruesome as it appears. This has to be the Seaspring. The place that grants miracles. Pulling my eyes away from the pool, I take in the rest of my environment. Tall pillars flank me, blanketed in written notes. Seating pillars scatter the floor. A rusted kettle sits nearby. Someone must live here, despite how eerily empty it is. Call out. Hello? Is anyone here? My voice echoes across the cavern without response. I approach the paper-covered pillars. Maybe something here can tell me more. I reach for... Ooh, I want to save really quick before I do this. We can save over this. Let's reach for... We gotta start from the bottom now we're here, right? So let's reach for the bottommost one. I reach for the bottommost. I reach for the lower end. It reads, they watch me through the mirrors. They won't stop staring. They know what I did. But they won't have me. I'm safe now. I'm safe now. I'm safe now. I'll sleep to myself. Something. I'm not gonna try to even make that real words. The writing deteriorates into unintelligible scrawl. Before I can ponder it further, a sharp chill runs down my spine. Something's watching me. I quickly set the note back, my eyes darting around the wooden deck, but it's still empty. Vacant. Finally, I look towards the Seaspring, and stillness hides something deeper. Something wrong. Hey. I spin around and come face to face with a pack of soulless. They're chittering and growling, tendrils and spikes flaring threateningly, all different sizes and species, but sharing one identical trait, glowing crimson eyes. I try to back away with my heels teeter over the Seaspring. I'm cornered. Watch your step. It's deeper than it looks. That voice again. At the sound of it, the soulless freeze, their snarls quieting. I search for the voice's source and find it above me, lounging in the rafters. You look lost, little sparrow. His gaze is violent crimson, one that sees through me, leaving me feeling raw and exposed. They fill the same eyes I've seen over and over, first with the scared woman, the scarred woman, now with the soulless circling me, all bound by Seaspring blood red. The shroud of darkness behind him shapes like a massive tendril twist and coil around the wooden beams. I can't focus. The soulless growl rings in my ear. They're not advancing, but they could change at any second. Panic rises to my throat as I struggle to track them. Hey! Eyes on me. My stomach rolls as I tear at my eyes away from the soulless. Don't ignore someone who's talking to you. It's not polite. For a moment, anger knocks my fear aside. Who is this bastard? I'm kind of distracted by the soulless about to maul me. Only on my command. I scan the soulless again. They really aren't attacking, posturing more than anything else. You tamed them? Power of the Seaspring. They're hungry, so they might bite. You could give me a reason to stop them. How about... I didn't do anything wrong. Trespassing. And that's punishable by death. He gives a nonchalant shrug. I called out earlier to see if anyone was here. Were we supposed to play hide and seek? Didn't hear you. My voice stopped in my throat. The man's terse coolness is both infuriating and terrifying. I rack my brain for a way to defuse the situation. Tell me what you want. I I'm not in the mood for a guessing game. Your hands. Alarm shot through me. I hide my hands under my cloak. Show me. Why? Won't ask twice. The sharp huff left me hold out my bandaged hands. Are you getting off on this? Unwrap them. Heat rushes to my face and fire to my tongue. I should give him a piece of my mind, but not from this soulless-stricken man, ripping me from shreds. Yet no matter how much I will myself to move, my body is frozen in place. I stand here for a long, agonizing minute. My hands are trembling when I finally raise them. I know the skin beneath the wrappings all too well. The hideous, unnatural flesh I've grown to despise. I grip the edge of the bandages. Stop. We're gonna save, and we're gonna take a break there because Pikazo just called me, and I want to see why she called me. So I'm gonna chat with her real quick, and I'll see you guys for the next part. Goodbye.